Good morning, my dear students of intermediate first year. I'd like to welcome you to my today's class on modifier. In the meanwhile, our chairman sir has conducted one class on modifier, and I'd like to start from the beginning of modifier. You know that for English second paper you have 100 marks, and for these 100 marks you have to answer for 12 grammatical items. And from these 12 grammatical items, what is modifier? And modifier is given at question number 9. And this topic will take 5 or 6 classes to be completed. Dear students, this is a very, very interesting and mathematical topic, I can say. I'd like to start from the beginning. Today, I will try my level best to give you a clear conception regarding modifier. And after I have been able to give you a clear conception regarding modifier, I will give you the classification, or I will show you the classification of modifier along with some examples. So you are requested to be with me, and if you face any kind of problem, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment box. I will be there for you. So my dear students, we are going to start modifier. Okay, look at the topic is a modifier. What is modifier? Who can tell me what is modifier? The first question should be related to modifier, related to the definition of modifier. Okay, in order to make you understand modifier, I'd like to give you some examples. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples, and from these examples I will try to make you understand what modifier is. It is really interesting, my dear students. And all of you are busy with writing their roll number, you are present, you are trying to prove. Okay, thank you for being with me. And now you should listen to what I say, trying to be very, very careful. Okay, okay, thank you, Tahsinul Islam. Look at please, I'm going to give you some examples, and with examples I want to make clear what modifier is. Look at. And after I have written the examples, I will give you a clear-cut definition of modifier, but not now. Okay, Dhaka University was closed sign die. Dhaka University was closed sign die. Example number 1. Example number 2. There was a colorful kite. There was a colorful kite in the cloudless sky. Look at the first example, my dear student. Dhaka University was closed sign die. There was a colorful kite in the cloudless sky. Okay, the hands that rock the cradle rocks the cradle rules the world. Okay, my dear students, I have given you 3 examples. Dhaka University was closed sign die. There was a colorful kite in the cloudless sky, and the third one is the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Okay, here look at the first example, my dear students. Look at the first example. Dhaka University was closed sign die. Dhaka University was closed, sine die. Here, the subject of this sentence is Dhaka University was closed. This is an example of passive voice. And look at the phrase sine die. Sine die is a phrase. Dear students, sine die is a phrase. Sine die is a phrase, but my question is, the phrase sine die definitely influences some part of this sentence. Who can tell me? Sine die is a phrase and this phrase influences some portion of this sentence. Which portion is being influenced by sine die? Who can tell me, my dear students? Write in the comment box. Who can tell me? Was closed is a passive structure. This structure is modified by what? That is, sine die influences which part of this sentence? Tell me. Thank you, Nafis and Islam. According to Nafis Islam, sine die modifies was closed. So, was closed is such a part which is influenced by sine die. Okay, one of my students has asked a question, what is sine die? Sine die is a phrase. The Bengali meaning of sine die is অনির্দিষ্ট কালের জন্য. The Bengali meaning of sine die is অনির্দিষ্ট কালের জন্য. Dhaka University was closed, sine die. Sine die is such a phrase which influences was closed. Okay, closed is a verb. Closed is a verb. Now my dear students, try to look at me. We know that every parts of speech, every word in a sentence is a parts of speech. Dear students, every word in a sentence is a parts of speech. Okay, every word in a sentence is a parts of speech. I'm going to repeat, every word in a sentence is a parts of speech. Okay, there are 8 parts of speech. Dear student, there are 8 parts of speech. There noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Okay, noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, conjunction, interjection and you can say preposition, whatever it is. You know this classification, but my question is, if any word qualifies a noun or pronoun, if any word or parts of speech classify a noun or pronoun, definitely this parts of speech or word will be adjective. So adjective qualifies a noun or pronoun. The rest of the parts of speech are modified by adverb. So noun is qualified by adjective, pronoun is qualified by adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. These parts of speech are always modified by adverb. I am repeating every time. This is a very, very important line. Noun and pronoun are qualified by adjective, verb, adverb. These are modified by adverb. Here, sine die is a phrase. This sine die modifies or qualifies was closed. Was closed belongs to the verb form. You can say closed can be closed is used here both as adjective and you can say verb. Closed is a form of verb, but it is working as past participle. Past participle works as adjective. Now I can say sine die modifies this part. Closed is a verb. That's why I would say sine die is an adverbial phrase, because this sine die modifies verb. If any parts of speech modifies a verb, definitely it would be adverb. As it is a phrase, we will call it adverbial phrase. Okay, so my dear students, from this first sentence you have to calculate that sine die is such a phrase. Sine die is such a phrase which modifies was closed. That's why I can say sine die is an adverbial phrase. Sine die is an adverbial phrase, and this phrase has modified was closed. The part which modifies any other part of the sentence is called a modifier. Here signed is a modifier because is modifies was closed. Okay, from this first sentence it becomes quite clear to you that modifier can be a phrase. Modifier can be a phrase. Is it clear to you, my dear student? According to the first sentence, it has been it should be clear to us that modifier can be a phrase can be a modifier. Okay, here we have used adverbial phrase. I can say phrase can be a modifier. Clear to you? Now look at the second sentence. There was a colorful kite. I haven't given you the definition of modifier, but I'd like to take another 5 or 6 minutes to talk about modifier. Then I will give you a clear definition of modifier. Dear students, the first one, signed is a phrase, and this phrase modifies was closed. That's why I can say signed is an adverbial phrase. As signed modifies anything, that's why we can call signed is a modifier. Okay, look at the second sentence. There was a colorful kite in the cloudless sky. There was a colorful kite in the cloudless sky. How many words do you get in this sentence which qualify or modify any other word or phrase in this sentence? How many words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have written 9 words in this sentence, in the second sentence. Now I have a question. How many words do you get? How many words do you get which modify other parts of speech in this sentence? How many words do you get? This is a very intellectual thing, very mathematical and very interesting thing is modifier. Sheikh Sifat Rahman, I haven't given you the definition of modifier. Try to wait for another 5 or 7 minutes. The definition of modifier will be given after the calculation of these sentences. Everything will be crystal clear to you. My question is, how many words do you get in this sentence which modify other words in this sentence? Thank you. Excellent effort. Hurry up, my dear students. Walaikum Assalam, Ashfika bint Aziz. Look at please. There. The first one is there. The second one is A. The third one is colorful. Fourth one is the. Fifth one is cloudless. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have got 5 words. How? My question is how? Before 5 minutes, I gave you a piece of information. And what was the information? Noun and pronoun are qualified by adjective. Noun and pronoun are qualified by adjective. Okay, and the rest of the parts of speech are modified by adverb. Look at the board, my dear students. Sky is a noun, and this sky is being modified, is being qualified. I can't say whether it is modified by or qualified. I can take a decision after a certain period. Sky is a noun, and this sky is being influenced by the word cloudless. As noun is being influenced by cloudless, I can say cloudless is an adjective, and cloudless has become a modifier because it has influenced noun. If any word influences any other word in a sentence, this word will be a modifier. Okay, if any word influences any other word in a sentence, it will be modifier. In that case, cloudless is a modifier, okay, because it modifies sky. Sky is a noun, that's why cloudless is an adjective, okay, and cloudless qualifies noun. That's why adjective is called a qualifying word. Adjective is called a qualifying word, okay. Look at the. The is an article. The is an article. Dear students, the is an article. Articles are called, dear students, articles are usually called determiner. Articles are called determiners. Dear students, articles are called determiners. Definitely you will get a noun after determiner, because determiner always qualifies noun. Determiner always qualifies noun. Actually this the is called an article, but here in other words I can say the is a determiner. At the same time I can say the is an adjective, because determiners are adjectives, okay, because determiners are adjective. Articles always modifies or qualifies noun, that's why they are called adjective, and actually they are called demonstrative. Sorry, actually they are called determiner. Determiners are always adjective. Be clear. So my dear students, up to this part we have got that cloudless is such a word which qualifies sky. That's why cloudless is a modifier and it has become adjective. The is an article, but we have already learned that articles are called determiners. Determiners or articles, they always modify, they always qualify noun. That's why I can say the is a modifier, okay. Look at here, kite. Kite is a noun. This kite is influenced by colorful. That's why I can say colorful is an adjective because it qualifies a noun. Another one, is an article. I have already told you that articles are called determiners and determiners always qualify noun. That's why I can say a is a modifier. Look at there. There is called, if you get any there at the beginning of a sentence, this there is called introductory there. This there is called introductory there, and actually this there is called an adverb, okay. So my dear students, up to this part we have calculated two sentences. According to the first sentence, I have taught you that phrase can be a modifier. Phrase can be a modifier. According to the second sentence, I have told you that parts of speech or word can be modifier. Okay, parts of speech or word can be modifier. And in order to understand these things, we have to think that adjective always qualifies noun or pronoun. Dear students, this is very, very important. Adjective always qualifies noun or pronoun, okay? The responsibility of noun and adjective, noun and pronoun goes to adjective. The rest of the parts of speech are always monitored by adverb, okay? Now my dear students, up to this part, up to our second sentence, we have got that both word or parts of speech and phrases can be modifier, okay, up to this part. Now look at the third sentence. I have a question. Is my English difficult to understand, my dear students? I think some of you find me difficult to understand. Is my English really difficult to understand? Actually, I am using some simple English, okay? Should I carry on with English or Bengali? What do you think? Okay, give me the answer. Should I speak in English or I should carry on with in Bengali? Today I am a bit faster than before. Thank you, Sifa. Thank you. Okay, look at please. So my dear students, up to second sentence, it should be clear to you that both phrase and words can be modified. Okay, both phrases and words can be modified. Okay, now look at the third sentence. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. The hands that rocks the cradle rules the world. Okay, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Look at this sentence. According to this third sentence, we have to be a bit careful. Why? Look at please. The hand here, hand is being influenced or qualified by the article the, and we have already come to know that. Articles always qualify noun, and articles are called determiners. Okay, now look at this sentence. The hand that rocks the cradle, rules the world. This is, look at please, what is this? That rocks the cradle rules the world. Is it a word, is it a phrase, or is it a clause? What do you think? Write in the comment box. That rocks the cradle rules the world. That rocks the cradle rules the world. Is it a phrase or clause or word? Definitely it's a clause. Definitely it's a clause. Can I say that? Thank you for your excellent answer. Now I have one question. You have already told you that. You have already written that rocks the cradle rules the world is a clause. But my question is does this clause modify or qualify any other word in this sentence? Does this clause modify or qualify any other word or phrase in this sentence? Does this clause modify or qualify any other word or phrase in this sentence? If yes, which part is being modified? Which part is being qualified? Tell me. Fardin Kobir Alok, hand. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Alok. Thank you. A special thanks go to Raihan Hussain, Sheikh Sifat Rahman, Absat Hussain Sami, Sinan, thank you. Rani, thank you. Sabbir Sham, thank you. Sharia Labit. Sharia, don't say the hand, it should be on the hand. Rohit, thank you. Rimon, thank you. Okay, thank you. Look at the word. I can't utter all the names. Here, the word hand is being modified by the whole clause. I have a question. Noun is qualified by adjective. Pronoun is qualified by adjective. Here, the word hand is being modified by that rocks the cradle rules the world. As hand is a noun, I'm going to repeat. Hand is a noun, and this noun is being modified by a clause. That's why I can say this is an adjective clause. Don't say adverbial clause. This is an adjective clause. This is an adjective clause. Okay? Is it clear to you, my dear students? This is an adjective clause because this clause modifies a noun, and a noun or pronoun. This clause is working as an adjective. That's why we can say it's an adjective clause. Okay. Now, my dear students, I have already this clause has become a modifier. Okay. From these three sentences, dear students, from these three sentences, it is quite clear to you that modifier can be a word, modifier can be a phrase, and modifier can be a clause. Can I say that? So modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Okay? Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. I am going to repeat, my dear student. Alamin, what is the Bengali meaning of rock? The full meaning of this sentence, je hat dolna dolai she hat bishwa shashon kore. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world means je hat dolna dolai he hat bishwa shashon kore. Actually, this sentence reveals the role of a mother. This sentence reveals the role of a mother. A mother beautifully nurtures or guides a family. At the same time, a mother plays a prominent role in building up our civilization. That's why I can say the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Okay. Now, my dear students, in the meantime, I have come to know that I have told you that a modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. A modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. A modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Okay, is it clear to you? Now, my dear students, I have something more to give you. Teaching you for about 26 minutes, I think I have been able to make you understand what modifier is. Now I am going to give you a definition. But before giving you a definition, look at the last sentence. I have told you that rocks the cradle, rules the world. This is an adjective clause, and you can say this is also a relative clause. Okay, because here relative pronoun. If you get any relative pronoun, at the beginning of a subordinate clause, this subordinate clause is called a relative clause. Okay. Now, my dear students, I am going to give you the definition of modifier. Okay. What do you think? Modifier is interesting or not? It is really grammatical, mathematical, and if it were a direct classroom, you would enjoy more than before, or than today. Now I am going to give you the definition of modifier. This is interesting. Modifier is really interesting, but it is more interesting when this topic is learned inside the classroom. You will be thrilled. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the definition of modifier. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modifies a word Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modifies a word or phrase by taking excuse me আপা আসসালামু আপা আপা ভালো আছি আপা আপনি কেমন আছেন জি আপা আপা আমি ক্লাসে আপা হ্যাঁ লাইভ ক্লাসে আপা जी अपा okay. So modifier refers to word or phrase or clause that modifies the word or phrase by taking its position before or after, by taking its position before or after this word or phrase. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that modifies the word or phrase by taking its position before or after this word or phrase. This is the definition, and we have to learn a lot from this definition. Okay, you people are naughty nowadays. Okay, you are still having comments with my mobile's ringtone. Okay, look at my dear students. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. So modifier can be word or phrase or clause. Okay, modifier can be word or phrase or clause, the first information. And the second information is that modifier modifies word or phrase. Modifier modifies word or phrase. Okay, modifier modifies word or phrase. And the third information is that modifier takes its position before or after this word or phrase. Here this word or phrase means word or phrase. Here this word or phrase means the word or phrase that is modified. Okay, now I'd like to give you another example. We love our country. Look at my desktop. We love our country. Here our is an adjective. Here our is an adjective because it modifies country. It qualifies country. Country is a noun. That's why we can say our is an adjective. Our is an adjective. Okay. Our is an adjective. That's why we can say it's our is an adjective, is modifies noun. Okay. And this is actually called possessive. Look at my dear students. Here our is a modifier. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Here our is a word and it is working as modifier, and modifier modifies the word or phrase. Here country is that word which is modified by our, and by taking its position before or after this word. Here this word or phrase means country, and this country is modified by our, and when a modifier modifies something, it will take its position before or after that phrase or word. Here our is taking its position before that noun. Okay, up to this part, look at please, up to this part. From this definition, I'd like to tell you that from this definition, three kinds of information must be kept in mind. Number one, modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. Number two, modified part can be a word or phrase. Modified part can be a word or phrase. Okay, and the third one is that modifier can be of two types, either pre-modifier or post-modifier. Okay. Okay, my dear students, up to this part I have given you the definition of modifier. Now I'd like to give you some examples of modifier, and after giving you the example, I'd like to give you some more examples, and after giving the example I will talk about the classification of modifier, and at the end of this lecture I will talk about the question pattern of modifier. This is very, very important. Okay. I'm going to give you a sentence and you are requested to find out whether there is any modifier or not. If you get any kind of modifier, try to write the words or phrases that are working as modifier. Okay, look at. Sheikh Mujib an undisputed leader of the world, stamped out malpractices from the society and built up a peaceful atmosphere for all classes of people. Look at please. Sheikh Mujib, an undisputed leader of the world, stamped out malpractices from the society and built up a peaceful atmosphere for all classes of people. Okay? Now my dear student, tell me whether there is any modifier or not. Okay, I can add another word. I have added another word, that is successfully built up a peaceful atmosphere for all classes of people. What do you think? But my question is, try to identify whether there is any modifier or not at first. And if you get any modifier in this sentence, write in the comment box. Okay? An undisputed leader of the world. Thank you. Tahmid Hame Rimon, 10 plus. 7, Hafiz Iqbal 7. Wow. Someone is telling that 10, someone is 7. My God. I'm really sad because almost 40 minutes have passed. Ish. Very, very sad. I would feel really delighted if I got at least 2 hours or 3 hours at a stress. Okay, look at this, my dear students. Here Sheikh Mujib, it's a noun, and this part is being modified by an undisputed leader of the world, an undisputed leader of the world, this is a modifier. This is a phrase. Can I say that? Is this a phrase, an undisputed leader of the world? This is a phrase. This is actually a noun phrase. This is actually a noun phrase. Look at this, and we are talking about Sheikh Mujib. We are talking about Sheikh Mujib, and about Sheikh Mujib we have got additional information. And what is the additional information? An undisputed leader of the world. An undisputed leader of the world is additional information about the noun Sheikh Mujib. That's why I can say it's a phrase, and actually this phrase is called appositive. In modifier it is called appositive. You can say case in apposition. If you get any extra information about a noun or noun phrase, and if this extra information doesn't start with a clause, this part will be called appositive. You can say case in apposition. So what is the appositive here? What is the case in apposition here? An undisputed leader of the world. The first modifier is an appositive. Okay, appositive. Clear to you? We have got an additional information about Sheikh Mujib, and what is the additional information? An undisputed leader of the world, and this one is used after Sheikh Mujib. That's why I can say here appositive is a post modifier. Modifiers are of two types. I have told you that modifiers are of two types. One is pre-modifier, other is post-modifier. If any modifier takes its position after a modified word or phrase, it will become post-modifier. Okay? An undisputed leader of the world is an appositive. Here appositive is used as post-modifier. Stamp out malpractices from the society. Here the is a modifier. The is the pre-modifier or post-modifier? Pre-modifier or post-modifier? Stamp out is not a modifier. Okay, it's normally verb. It's normally phrase. From the, is the pre-modifier or post-modifier? What do you think? Is the pre-modifier or post-modifier? Very good, pre-modifier. And successfully, here successfully is a modifier. Pre-modifier or post-modifier? Again, successfully is a pre-modifier because successfully modifies the word built up, modifies the phrase built up. That's why I can say successfully is a modifier and successfully is an adverb. Here adverb is used as pre-modifier. Build up a. Here a is a modifier, peaceful is a modifier, all modifier. Okay, so a modifier, peaceful modifier, all modifier. Okay, but there is something more that you need to understand here. Dear students, listen to what I say very carefully. An undisputed leader of the world is an appositive, and this appositive is used as post modifier. From the society, the is an adjective, but actually this is called determiner. Determiner is used here as pre-modifier. Okay, so I can say determiner is used here as pre-modifier. Successfully, successfully is an adverb. Here adverb is used as pre-modifier, then determiner is used as pre-modifier. Peaceful, adjective. Adjective is used here. It's a pure adjective. Pure adjective is used here as pre-modifier. Then all is also adjective because it modifies classes. But this all is actually called quantifier. All is actually called quantifier. Quantifier is also an adjective. Quantifier is also an adjective. Okay. Up to this part, I think I have been able to give you a clear conception regarding modifier. Okay, now my dear students, we need to talk about the classification of modifier. Look at please. So modifiers are two type. One is pre-modifier and this post-modifier. Okay. Modifiers are two type. Modifiers are two types. One is pre-modifier and this post-modifier. Clear to you? I'd like to give you two examples. One will be pre-modifier and this will be post-modifier. Okay. Allah helps those who help themselves. Allah helps those who help themselves. Okay. Is there any pre-modifier or post-modifier in this sentence? Allah helps those who help themselves. Is there any modifier that you have noticed in this sentence? If you notice, please write in the comment box. Tasun Islam, it depends on the uses in the sentence. Okay. Allah helps those who help themselves. Which one is a modifier in this sentence? Ramon, sorry, I'm extremely sorry. Extremely sorry. Write down the part which is working as modifier. No, sorry. I'm extremely sorry. No. Ramon, Imam, all of you are making mistakes. No. Thank you, Rifat. I have got one student who has been correct, and that is Rifat. Who help themselves. Who help themselves? Who help themselves? Who help themselves? This is a who help themselves, dear students. Who help themselves? This is a clause. This is actually this is a clause. In other words, I can say this is a relative clause. Then in other words, I can say this is an you can say this is a clause, you can say this is a relative clause, you can say this is an adjective clause. Okay, and this clause or relative clause or adjective clause is working as post modifier because who help themselves modifies the pronoun those. The modified part, the modified word is those. Okay, and this modified word is being modified by who help themselves. That's why I can say clause or relative clause, adjective clause is using here as post modifier. Okay, now I'd like to give you an example of pre modifier. One should do one's duty. Dear students, one should do one's duty. One should do one's duty. Here, look at these words. The word once modifies the word duty. Duty is a noun. That's why I can say once. Here I have used apostrophe s. Once is an adjective because it modifies duty, but once is an adjective. This adjective is called possessive. This adjective is called possessive. Here possessive is used as pre-modifier. Possessive is used as pre-modifier. My dear students, I have already talked about 50 minutes. I don't want to talk anymore. Today we have talked about the definition of modifier. Today I have talked about the classification of modifier. In my next class, I hope I will talk about the question pattern. I will talk about the question pattern, and after talking about the question pattern, we will go deeper into modifier. A lot of things are left that I need to cover. A lot of things I need to cover in my next classes. So my dear students, we are expecting to complete the question pattern of modifier. At the same time, we will talk about the vital aspects of modifier that we need to cover in my next class. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you for being with me, but don't forget to stay at home, because we are passing through a very crucial moment right now. We expect your cooperation in this regard, and don't forget that Dhaka College administration or family is beside you in your academic arena. Thank you. Goodbye.